secret Zen garden. Take a deep breath in, and when breathing out, leave behind all the noises of the city, the car horns, the flashing neon lights. Imagine you are standing at the foot of an ancient mountain where mist covers all year round. In front of you is a path paved with blue stones, winding leading up high, disappearing into the opaque white mist. The air here is cool and damp. The smell of the mountains and forests rushes into your nose. It is the smell of damp earth after a shower, the smell of 100-year-old decaying leaves, and the smell of green moss breathing. You begin to step onto the first stone steps, rustic stone slabs, cool under the soles of your bare feet. Each footstep touching down is a reconnection with Mother Earth. Clop, 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 clop. The sound of your footsteps rings out softly, then is swallowed up immediately by the dense fog layer. You go higher, higher still. The higher you go, the thicker the mist. You no longer see anything but the fluffy, milky white color around. The real world down there has completely disappeared. No more past, no more future. Only you remain, hovering midway between heaven and earth. This solitude is not scary. On the contrary, it is freedom. You feel your shoulders getting lighter. Your mind is empty, as if that mist is washing your mind, wiping clean the dust of worries clinging to it for so long. After a long while walking in silence, from within the mist, a silhouette appears. It is an old wooden gate. The gate bears the Torii style, but has turned the silver-gray color of time. The wood has cracked, covered with green moss, smooth as velvet. On the gate roof, a few dewdrops condense, then fall down. Plop, plop. This is the entrance to the secret Zen garden. This place has existed here for thousands of years, waiting for this exact moment to welcome you. You reach out to touch the wooden gate pillar. The feeling is rough, coarse, cold, but solid. You gently push the small wooden door underneath. The wooden hinge makes a prolonged creaking sound, the sound of antiquity. The door opens, and you step inside. Immediately, an absolute silence envelops you. This silence is completely different from the silence outside. It is thick, it is deep. It makes you unconsciously hold your breath to listen. Before your eyes are not colorful flower beds, but a garden of stone and sand. Karasansui, dry garden. A large courtyard scattered full of pristine white gravel. The gravel surface is raked into winding wave patterns, perfectly even, looking like waves of the ocean freezing. Amidst that white gravel sea are black rocks rising up. One rock stands towering like a mountain. One rock lies still like a lonely island. One rock looms faintly, appearing and disappearing like a swimming turtle. This arrangement, at first glance, seems random, but contains a perfect balance. Balance between stillness and motion, between full and empty, between existence and nothingness. You walk on the wooden corridors surrounding the gravel garden. The wooden floor is polished by time, smooth and cool. Each of your steps does not make a sound. You choose the most beautiful spot. Sit down on the edge of the corridor, both legs dangling down near the white gravel surface. Look at the sand patterns. They run around the rocks, like water embracing obstacles and flowing away. The lesson of this garden is acceptance. Water never fights with rock. It simply flows past, soft, graceful. You breathe in the calmness of the rock, breathe out the softness of the sand. The air in this garden wafts a very light scent of agarwood. The warm wood scent, slightly spicy, and sweet aftertaste. It creeps into your sense of smell, goes straight up to the brain, soothing the most tense nerves. Your eyes begin to follow those endless sand patterns. They keep repeating, spinning. Your mind begins to get drawn into that soothing repetition. The messy thoughts in your head are now also groomed by the invisible rake of consciousness, straight, neat, and orderly. The wind blows gently through the garden, shaking the ancient pine tree canopies meticulously trimmed in the corner of the garden. Branches and leaves quiver, but not a single leaf falls onto the white sand surface. Purity is preserved absolutely. You sit there, motionless, like a rock in the garden. Only the breath is still moving, and peace is growing in the chest. Your eyelids begin to get heavier. The gray-white space of gravel and rock soothes your eyes. No glaring colors disturb the vision. Only simplicity, minimalist to the very end. Let your soul rest in this emptiness. No need to think. No need to analyze. Just need to be present, right here, right now. Shh. Keep that stillness in your breath. We will leave this wooden corridor to go deeper into the deep green heart of the garden. Stand up, very gently, like a cloud shadow. You step down from the wooden corridor. Bare feet touch the stepping stones placed skillfully on the green moss layer. The cool stone slabs lead you around the old stone wall. And then, the space opens up before your eyes. A lush green bamboo forest shooting up to the high sky. Hundreds, thousands of straight bamboo stems, standing close together like guards of silence. The light here changes completely. The sun high above does not shine directly, but penetrates through layers and layers of bamboo leaves, creating blurry, emerald green beams of light. The Japanese call that komarebi, sunlight leaking through the leaves. You step onto the small path lying in the middle of the bamboo forest. Listen, the wind is blowing through here. Rustle, swish, the sound of bamboo leaves rubbing against each other. Sounds like the whisper of tens of thousands of ancient souls. It is not noisy. It is like the sound of a distant shower, washing away the noises in your head. Rustle. Bamboo stems sway gently in the wind. Creak. The rustic sound of wood hitting wood. Look at their flexibility. They bend themselves with the wind, but never break. Your mind right now is the same. Soft, graceful, following the flow of emotions without resisting. You go deeper into the bamboo forest. The air here is damper and smells of fresh bamboo. A pure scent, young green, and full of vitality. Breathe in the green energy of the forest. Breathe out the confinement of the city. At the end of the bamboo path, you see a natural stone water basin. Tsukubai. Crystal clear water flows out from a small bamboo tube, pouring into the stone heart. Murmuring, murmuring. You bend down. Pick up the bamboo ladle, hishaku, placed next to it. Scoop a full ladle of water. Water rippling. Crystal clear. You gently pour water onto your hands. Oh, the numbing cold of underground spring water touches the flesh. It makes you startle slightly, but right after is a spreading, refreshing feeling. The cool water stream flows through the fingers, carrying away all dust, all heaviness, falling to the ground and seeping into Mother Earth. Your two hands are now clean, pure. Next to the stone water basin, There is a special miniature landscape, a long bamboo tube placed seesawing on a support stand. That is Shishi Odoshi, deer scarer. Observe it. Water from the source flows into the mouth of the bamboo tube. Slowly, bit by bit, the bamboo tube gets heavier, heavier. And when full of water, it weighs down, pouring water out. Then, thanks to the weight of the tube tail, it bounces back, hitting the stone slab underneath. Clack. A sound rings out, crisp, decisive, echoing amidst the quiet bamboo forest. After that clack sound is a silence deeper than ever. You stand there, waiting. Water flows in again, murmuring, murmuring. The accumulation of thoughts. Bamboo tube full. The overflow. Pour away. The letting go. And clack. The awakening. That noise repeats over and over in a regular cycle. It becomes a hypnotic rhythm. You don't need to watch the time anymore. Time now is measured by the clack sound of the bamboo tube. Each sound ringing out is a moment passing by. And you let everything pass by like that, not holding back. You find a flat stone slab nearby and sit down, leaning your back against an ancient tree trunk. Your eyes half closed. Your ears listen to the symphony of the garden. The sound of wind rustling high above, the soft accompaniment. The sound of water flowing, murmuring, the incessant melody. And the sound of the bamboo tube tapping the rhythm, the tapping of time. Clack. Your body goes limp, merging into the green moss underfoot, merging into the sturdy bamboo stems, merging into the cool water stream. You are a part of this garden, quiet, carefree. Sleepiness begins to creep in, gently like smoke and mist. Your head nods down slightly, breath deepening. Shh. Keep that peaceful rhythm in your chest. The sound of the bamboo tube tapping clack is now left behind your back. We will leave the cool bamboo forest to find a warmer place. A place where fragrance and warmth will lull you into the deepest level of serenity. Stand up and follow me. You follow the small path paved with gravel, going deep into the most hidden corner of the garden. In front of you appears a small, humble wooden house. That is the tea house. The roof is covered with cedar bark, covered with soft green moss, blending into the surrounding canopy to the point that, if not paying attention, you would think it is a part of nature. You step onto the wooden porch. Here, you leave the sandals of the earthly world outside. Only clean bare feet and a pure soul are allowed to step inside. You place your hand on the rice paper door frame, shoji. Gently push lightly, swish. The sound of the door sliding on the wooden groove rings out very softly, a dry and rustic sound. You step inside and close the door. Immediately, the space shrinks, becoming cozy and absolutely private. The light outside shining through the opaque white rice paper layer becomes gentle, blurry. No harsh sun shadows. Everything is covered with a soft layer of light mist. The first thing welcoming you is the scent. A special scent that only this place has. That is the smell of tatami mats, rush mats. The smell of dry grass, fragrant, mingled with the smell of old wood, and faintly the smell of pure green tea. This scent, it grounds your soul. It makes you feel safe, like returning to the house of ancestors. You walk on the tatami mats. The feeling underfoot is truly soft and elastic. You walk to the middle of the room. where there is a small hearth sunken under the floor. Irori. Pink coals are burning smolderingly inside, radiating pleasant warmth, dispelling the cold of the mountain mist outside. On the tripod, a shiny black cast iron kettle is boiling. Listen to the sound of boiling water. The ancients called this sound the sound of wind blowing through the pine forest, Matsukaze, singing, oh, oh, a moaning sound, continuous, but very soothing to the ear. It is like a wordless lullaby. You sit down on the cushion, cross-legged or stretching legs comfortably. There are no cumbersome rituals here at all. Only you and tea. Imagine, I am making for you a bowl of matcha tea, green tea. The sound of the bamboo whisk stirring in the ceramic bowl. Swish, 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 fast and steady. The emerald green tea foam layer gradually rises, smooth as cream. The fragrance of tea rises with the smoke. Fragrant, elegant. The smell of young leaves, the smell of early morning sun. I place the tea bowl in your hands. Rustic ceramic bowl. Rough, but fits perfectly in the palm of the hand. Heat from the tea bowl transmits to your flesh. So warm. You inhale softly because of that warmth, but do not want to let go. You press both palms against the tea bowl, letting the heat run along the arm, going straight into the heart that needs warming. You bring the tea bowl to your lips. Take a deep breath of the flavor of heaven and earth. Then take a sip. Slight bitter taste at the tip of the tongue, like fleeting sorrows. But right after that is the sweet aftertaste spreading in the mouth cavity, like peace remaining. The warm tea stream flows down the throat, warming the stomach. Your whole body seems to relax, completely let go. The warmth of pink coals, the warmth of the tea bowl, the softness of the tatami mat, all blend together, creating a soft cocoon wrapping around you. You put the tea bowl down. Sleepiness has now invaded the entire mind. Your eyes are closing. You look at the thin smoke rising from the kettle. It curls, vanishes, just like your consciousness right now. You slowly lie back on the tatami floor. The smell of dry grass embraces you. You curl yourself up in the thin blanket placed ready there, resting head on the buckwheat pillow, soba husk pillow, rustling softly. Outside, the wind still blows through the bamboo forest. Inside, the kettle is still singing. Oh, oh, you are in the safest place in the world, a peaceful oasis amidst the hurried life. Nothing left to do anymore, no one waiting anymore. Only sleep is coming very close. Shh. Let me crack open the shoji door a little, just a little, so you can see the miracle outside the porch. You are lying curled up in the thin blanket on the tatami floor. Warmth from the charcoal stove still radiates gently. But outside, the weather begins to change. The sky has turned lead gray, heavy with water vapor, and then the first raindrops begin to fall. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter, the sound of rain falling on the cedar bark roof. That sound is truly rustic, deep and dull, not harsh like rain falling on a corrugated iron roof. It sounds like someone's fingers tapping a gentle rhythm on wood. You tilt your head slightly. Looking through the paper door crack, just opened slightly. Right next to the wooden porch is a small pond. The pond surface is rippling with thousands of circles spreading from raindrops. Under that dark water layer, beautiful creatures are appearing. Those are brilliant koi fish, Nishikigoi. While the whole world is rushing to run away from the rain, these fish still calmly swim. Look at that brilliant orange fish, Oreji Ogon. It stands out against the dark black water background. It wags its tail gently, gliding smoothly like a streak of watercolor spreading on an ink wash painting. And there too, a white fish with red spots, Kohaku. It swims slowly, leisurely. The mouth opens and closes rhythmically. Gulp, gulp. Tiny air bubbles rise to the water surface, then burst. You follow their movements with your eyes, left to right, then again, from right to left. The soft curves of the fish bodies winding in the water create a hypnotic dance. No sharp angles, no urgency. They swim as if time does not exist at all. The sound of rain now begins to get heavier. Patter, 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 patter. The sound of rain covers the whole garden, blurring all boundaries. The murmuring sound of flowing water from the bamboo tube. The sound of frogs starting to croak, buzzing. All blend into the sound of rain, creating the most perfect white noise symphony. The damp, cool feeling of water vapor outside creeps into the porch, touching your cheek lightly. But your body is still kept warm in the blanket. This contrast, cold outside, warm inside, makes the sleepiness become even more intense. It is like a natural anesthetic. You look at the koi fish and feel yourself also turning into a fish, swimming, hovering in the ocean of air, light, floating, weightless. Your thoughts now are also like those fish. They come, then they go. You just lie there watching them swim past, and do not try to catch them anymore. Let them drift away, leaving the lake of the mind calm. Your eyelids are now heavy as if wearing stones. The images of orange fish, white fish, begin to blur, blending together into shimmering blurry streaks of light. The sound of falling rain becomes steady, distant, like a thick velvet curtain dropping down, covering you. Your breath is deeper, slower, chest heaving rhythmically. Muscles relax completely. Bones seem to melt on the matte surface. You are drifting away, drifting with the water flow, drifting into the land of soothing oblivion. So that moment has arrived. The shower out there is tapering off, only remaining water drops falling pitter-patter on the porch. Night has become completely silent. We will walk this last stretch of the road. No more images, no more colors. Only the vibration of sound remains taking you into the void. Close your eyes very tight and listen. In the absolute silence of the garden after the rain, suddenly, a sound rings out. That is the temple bell sound echoing back from the ancient temple on the mountain peak. Bong. That sound is not loud, but it is deep and extremely profound. It does not go through the ears, but goes straight into your consciousness. Imagine the sound waves of the bell spreading in space. Like the wave circles on the lake's surface earlier. It vibrates. O, 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 R, E, S, O, N, A, T, E. That humming sound lasts long, forever long, then vanishes into the void. It carries along your last little notion of time. With this bell sound, today has officially closed. Everything that has happened, joy, sadness, success, failure, have all become the past. The bell sound has washed everything away to a distant realm. Bong. The second bell sound rings out. The pink coal stove in the tea house is now also dying out. The last red fire spots flicker off, then sink into the gray ash layer. Darkness envelops the room, but that is the darkness of rest, darkness of the tolerant Mother Earth. You feel your body heavy on the tatami mat surface, like you have turned into a mossy rock in the garden out there, motionless, solid. Storms cannot shake, anxiety cannot touch. Bong. The third bell sound, the bell sound of liberation. Your mind is now completely empty, like the tea bowl that has run dry. Clean, crystal clear, no longer entangled with a single speck of earthly dust. I will count down the last beats to send you off into the dream. Each number is a velvet curtain dropping down. 5. The soothing, numbing feeling spreads from the toes to the top of the head. You no longer feel your body. You are just a hovering wisp of agarwood smoke. 4. Breath becomes fragile, gentle. Breathe in, darkness. Breathe out, peace. 3. Drift away. Drift out of the room. Drift out of the garden. Drift into the immense universe of the subconscious. 2. Deeper. Deeper still. Everything fades out. Space disappears. 1. Let go. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Everything is settled.